First off, I want to start with the... Is everything alright? First off, I want to start with the picture. Can you tell me what this is of? Well, if you haven't guessed it yet, it's of Oregon. Some fun facts about Oregon. It has a population of about 4.191 million people. It's home to the largest cheese factory in the entire world, and it's where Clint Eastwood was born. Now, all these things are cool and interesting, but most importantly, it's home to one of the most magical and fun things in the world, Outdoor School. Outdoor School is a program that brings has various schools of 6th graders that come in and experience nature for the week. They stay in cabins, learn about science, and grow connections and friendships with people that they meet throughout the week. I've been able to become a student leader twice, and that's due to the Oregon trip here at Bases. In case you guys haven't heard of it, it's a trip for 9th through 12th graders that takes you to Oregon and you become student leaders for the whole week. We go through training on how to manage a cabin to learning material for our field studies. And the field studies is where you kind of learn different sciences and do activities with kids. But also on our training days, we have fun. And so they're trying to get their foot all in this one box, and they decided to, I would say, cheat and sell the floor. And this is my group, and we started to stand on it. It's up to you guys who did it better. But it's such a great opportunity for us to be able to go to Oregon, as most of the student leaders there are just kids from Oregon, like high schoolers. And they miss a whole week of school to spend some time with some crazy 6th graders and outdoors. I know I would never willingly be able to miss a whole week of school because I go to Bases. But I think those Oregon high schoolers are so great. Well, honestly, without Oregon trip and without Outdoor School, I would never known about this trip and I would never wrote this speech. Now, Oregon trip part 1, it starts with May of 2019. I had a couple of friends with me, so we all experienced it together. And there are 2 different sites this year because there's so many people that came. There was Westwood, the more popular one, that people have gone to before, and then Joe Creek, which had never been offered before. And everyone's kind of hesitant about going to Joe Creek, but a couple of my friends decided that we go try Joe Creek. And spoiler alerts, it was the better of the 2 options. But
True.
My friends, we all got ready, and it was a Monday at 2 a.m. And once the bus came, we all packed up and we were on our way. And then from there, from the bus ride to flying, I was mostly sound asleep. So I have no clear information on if anything happened. But once we landed and once I got out of the airport, it was cold, which I get is not a very familiar feeling for any of us who live in Tucson. But it was nice. It also reminded me that I was a long way from home. Once we got all settled in, we got separated from our campsites and got in different buses. From then on, we picked up some other high schoolers who were going to be student leaders for the week. I remember how terrified we were, or maybe it was just me being scared, of having to meet new people. But as the week went on, they were really nice people, and I'm still good friends with them to this day. On the bus ride to Joe Creek, we learned some songs that we had to sing throughout the week, and we created our camp names. And so, my name was Groot, or I am Groot, and it was just a way to create a unique and fun environment with the kids. And my sister helped me out with this name, and I'm really glad, because I think, well, it's a good way to connect with kids, because I find it hard, or maybe it's because I'm just a teenager, to connect with kids and kind of create conversation. And so being able to talk about Marvel is a great way to kind of facilitate talk. But also, one of the hard things about having nicknames is you have to remember everyone else's nicknames. So my friend Josh, his name was Oreo. I can't tell you how many times I yelled Josh in front of all the kids. But as the week went on, I got better and better with it. That week, my partner was Crab. He's up there. And we were in charge of 12 6th graders and in the drone cabin. I didn't really know Crab that much before the trip, but as the week went on, I got to know him more, and I could have asked for a better friend, peer, or partner. Throughout the week, I managed to catch newts, play games like Ninja with the kids in my cabin, and we sang Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way, with other student leaders, and I also found time to take a shower. And the hardest part, however, is leaving it all to come back to Arizona and the heat. But on Thursday, the last full day of camp, we do a candle pass where everyone gets in a circle. We talk about how the week went and how it's really changed us. Most people are crying and bawling at this point as they reminisce on past memories and the idea that all of this is coming to an end. This is only the precursor to Friday, however, and everyone is back to tears falling on their cheeks as we say goodbye to the kids who made us laugh, to the staff who made this week special, and to the new friends we made, and to True Creek, which had it all. The rest of the day, we laugh and talk about the things kids have said and the funny games they played. And once we get to Tucson, it's almost like outdoor school had been so long ago. And almost like Mason, who'd asked if acres are a thing in Arizona, had been some time ago. But that's not where the story ends. Because in October, they have a second trip. And I had such a great time that I knew I had to go again. Obviously, this time I picked True Creek again because I had such a great time there, and I had so many friends that I wanted to go back to. And the beginning of Oregon Trip Part 2 was for the most part the same, but instead you had school on a Sunday at 2 a.m., so you can say if it's better or not. And then we're going to come back on a Thursday instead of Friday. And once we got on our flight, we had a layover in Oakland, and we're back in the Portland airport. And then we got our buses, picked up other high schoolers, and back on our True Creek. This week I was in charge of the drill cabin once again, and my partner was Splash over there, or Sam Kurtz, you guys may know. And he's such a fun person, a positive person, and I didn't really know him too well. And it was fun that we both had the same name, and it was fun that the kids didn't know that. But this week I tried to be more outgoing in what I wanted to do, and making the kids' week better as well. In May, I missed out on the opportunity to be able to sing a song and perform a skit during campfire, and sadly the kids in my cabin also missed out on the opportunity too. So before, I printed out some lyrics of songs I knew with the guitar and songs I knew to sing. And I also made multiple copies so if anyone else wanted to sing me, they could. Grizzly, the site supervisor, the guitar that he played during campfire, and so then he'd always allow us to use it too. So on Monday, when all the kids finally arrived and got situated, I played We're Gonna Be Friends with the White Stripes. And when I first heard it, I knew immediately loved it. And in case any of you guys have not heard the song, it talks about being young and just spending time exploring and learning and being with friends. It talks about just the fun of being a kid and just outdoors. And I knew that it fit the frame of outdoor school so well. I knew I wanted to play it. Luckily, I had some friends who also wanted to play with me. I had Sunshine, Sahara, and then Calico. And obviously we crushed it and everyone liked it. But for me, if I'm being honest, it was something that I really wanted to do for a while. And I've been holding on to that for a while. And I don't think it could have got any better. And then I think this inspired the drill cabin to do something. And they decided they wanted to do something for campfire as well. Will, one of the kids, he decided that maybe we should do a talent show skit. But as a cabin, we couldn't come up with a consensus. And so we kind of worked more on ideas. And then one of the kids said, why don't we sing a SpongeBob song, the campfire song, which is pretty fitting. But then I thought that was a great idea, and I ended up playing guitar, so we worked with that. And some of the kids were really excited, but some were torn, and they weren't sure if they were too comfortable to sing. But we're going to do this in cabin either way. So we got some lyrics printed out, and we were ready to go. When they called the drum cabin up, we got up, I got the guitar, and I think we just played, and it was a lot of fun. In case you haven't heard the song, it's pretty simple, only a few verses. But it gets progressively faster and faster, and that's where I think the fun's really at. And so we had a lot of fun with it. We goofed off with it a little bit, not taking it too seriously. But it was fun to see everyone kind of connecting. And Fox, one of the kids in my cabin that week, he was really hesitant about singing it, but he started dancing and tapping his foot and screaming the lyrics, honestly. But it was really fun to see the whole cabin bonding over the song for SpongeBob. Another important thing about being a student leader is tuck-ins. And so every night when it's when the kids are in their bunks and it's time for lights out, we go by bunk and ask the kids how their day went. And we ask the rose, the thorn, and the flower. The rose is what did they like about this day. The thorn was what could have improved, what was something that they didn't like. The flower is something that they're looking forward to tomorrow, something that they want to do tomorrow. In my experience, mostly the rose, or the thing that kids like to do, is food. And I have to agree, the food's really good. But that night, after the campfire, a lot of the kids said that was the big thing for the week. And maybe they're just humoring me, maybe the food that day wasn't too good. But I think it actually changed their weeks and it had a positive impact on them. I chose to talk about the Oregon trip and outdoor school because it's an experience opportunity that is so unique, and we don't get the chance to go fly to another state and get to be with friends and get to teach kids. But teaching is actually a pretty common thing, right? I'm standing in a classroom where kids learn world history. And much it's hard to keep kids from not breaking every rule or tearing each other up. It's fun to connect with kids and having the opportunity to teach and help them learn. From teaching kids about lichen to newts that we caught, even to the layers of soil. It was great to see the kids excited. And when they were excited, I was even more excited. Now, outdoor school isn't special just because it's in Oregon. That's not at all. It's the people and the staff that we meet throughout the week who are so positive and make me believe that anything's possible. It made me connect with people that I don't usually talk to, and I've only seen the hallways of this school, which I think is really special. Now I'm going to advertise outdoor school really quick. If you haven't gone yet, I guess you guys, since you guys are all freshmen, if you guys haven't gone, you guys really should go. It's an opportunity that I don't think anyone else can ever offer you. And it's really fun. If you ask anyone else who's ever gone, this is the exact same as me. And I think it makes you the best version of yourself you can possibly be. Now at the end of the week, Grizz always says the same thing. And he asks everyone a question. He says, now think about if every single sixth grader in the entire world was able to have the same experience as you guys have had this past week, you get the privilege of going to outdoor school. I think that can make the world a much better place. And Grizz couldn't agree more. Thank you.